Okay, so on this question here, we're told PQ is a chord on this parabola. So because of that, as written there, I know the chord can be of the form half P plus QX plus APQ, and you should have already been able to generate those. And we're also told it's a focal chord. So since it's a focal chord, it means it must pass through the point 0A, which means that I can substitute 0A into this, and I can get a little property that I'm going to use a little bit later. So if you put a 0 in where the x is and a over here, you get a plus APQ equals 0. So APQ equals minus a. So PQ equals minus 1. Now that's actually a property about focal chords that you can probably state. You don't need to generate that. So we're going to find the equation of Locus at the midpoint of PQ. So we do this one exactly the same way. So the x part and the y part. So I'm going to find the average of the x's and the average of the y's. So it's 2AP plus 2AQ on 2, so you find the average of those, and AP squared plus AQ squared, that's an A, on 2. And a little bit of tinkering around here, the 2's can cancel. I get a factor of A, I divide both sides by A, we can get P plus Q. And this one over here, I'm going to take a factor of A out and we get P plus Q squared, and I'm going to multiply it through by 2. So I've done this one before and I kind of know. You can leave the 2 over here and move it later if you like. So this part here, what I need to do is I just need to be really sneaky with the way I deal with this, because if I had a P plus Q, I could chuck this in, but I don't have a P plus Q, but I reckon I can get one. So if we go P plus Q all squared minus 2PQ, that part there is the same as that. Now we know what P plus Q is. It's X on A, which is nice. So it eliminates this P and Q. I need to get rid of this part of here as well. Fortunately, I got that. So we get 2A, P plus Q is X on A. So we get X on A all squared plus a 2. Now again, it's just a matter of expanding this and getting it the way they want it. So we get A times, so that's X squared on A squared, times that, so that A can cancel out one of those. I'm going to multiply through by A, so we get 2AY equals X squared plus 2A squared. And just write it in a nice way. X squared equals 2AY minus 2A squared. Take out a 2A. The reason I take out 2A is I want to get the Y by itself, because now what that means is this question is now in the general form for a parabola. So I get X squared equals 4A, blah, blah, blah. Now, again, if you're asked to do something else, state what the vertex is. The vertex will be 0A. I'm going to do a question shortly which asks you to state what the vertex, and the focal length are. So this part here can be a little tricky, but it's not too bad. Okay, there's question 9 done.